So side control position, the golden zone for me is that I'm on both of the major levers. So my right hand is against the hips and my left hand is against the shoulders. So the two major levers in the human body are the shoulders and the hip. So this is a golden zone, not so bad, friggin' terrible. But so I do want to have the inside position, which means that there's a distance between, I can use my forearms and my elbows as distance makers to be able to move. One of the biggest things I see, we're going to start off with a negative, is I see people plant their feet and they push the person down onto the hips. The downfall about it is my major lever, my hips, is now compromised because I'm pushing my partner onto it. Secondly about it is if Tim comes up onto his right knee and slides his right knee under my armpit, he's got the ability to attack me because I've created space between my right elbow and my chest. So what I mean by that is every time I push and my elbow separates, he's got the ability to come on the inside position. Secondly, he says, right, because I'm flat on my back, I'm theoretically only pushing my partner up. I've got a small angle to work with. So it's more like I'm pushing. Once I'm here, I try and push to the side. But once again, because it's on my hips, it's very hard to do. So we're going to go like this. As a nice easy thing is, I'm going to kick my left leg. So if he's on my right side, I'm thinking about trying to create space between us. So my left leg goes long, my right leg drops. Now this is the hardest part about the entire move. My hands stay where they are, my elbow lifts to create space. My elbow. So I'm not pushing my partner back down again, right? So I'm going to go left, right, turn, elbow, bring my leg in. Once my leg comes in from here, this is possibly the worst guard rescue in the entire world, because if Tim drops his right hip down, he can simply just pass the guard again. So what I'm trying to do is bring a secondary space into it. Secondary space, once again, left leg, right leg, turn, elbow here. I want to push to get the distance to be able to recover. So once I've got the distance, I can insert my left hook on the inside and start to play at least some kind of guard from here. So slow motion, start from this position here. So our golden zone, my hands on the golden zone. Create space so my left leg slides out. I bring my right foot first, and then what I'm trying to do is as my right foot connects, I kick it straight, and that would allow my body to turn. Raise my elbow. Hands come in, I do like the same. If you have the ability to, put your left leg or your left foot on the inside from here. If you don't, it's okay. So this time I won't. I push, I bring my right foot in, I recover, and I go to guard. If you have dexterous feet and you're here, so here your left foot comes in, use your left foot as a lever to be able to drag yourself, and we'll go to the same position. 1, 2, 3.
Would you put your left leg in?
Side control, we're going to go chest, Declan's hands in the golden zone. Okay, so from here, what the biggest fault that I have from my point of view is if my head is I'm crushing, that means that Declan's elbow is behind my head. If Declan raises his elbow, he gets a huge advantage. I'm going to make a small change. I tap my head and turn it the other way, he raises his elbow. It's one of the biggest things in side control that I see people make a mistake on. Everyone goes here and they go, I'll crush the wrist to the shoulder. Aha, he goes, cool, I'll raise my elbow, and he gets this huge advantage of it because I'm at the end of the lever and he can use it. Where if I put the weight at the end of both levers, the shoulder to the elbow and the elbow to the hand, it makes a huge difference, well, it's significant. So the instant that I go chest to chest and cross face, I turn my head this way. So as he raises his elbow, okay, I lean on it, pick it up, and we go to switch base forwards. This means that he has the inside position, but I have the inside position. It's fair. The beautiful thing about it though is I actually technically have the inside position because I'm under the elbow. He has the inside position here, but that means that for him to get the better inside, he has to extend his arm away from the body, which benefits me. We're going to cover that in a second. Okay, so inside position basically means that if I have a box and Declan puts his hands on the inside, he can manipulate which way the space goes. If I'm on the inside, I can pin him to the ground because it's easier because I'm on the inside. So for us, we want to get on the inside. So this is pretty much where we want to be. Who's seen that Will Smith about the dancing? Don't go over here, you stay in this zone here. Yes? No? Okay. Right. Okay. Hey? So, number one fault I see is everyone starts to drive here and they get exposure to the back of the head and the elbow. Okay. So number one, so from my point of view, is I turn my head here and I go as close to the elbow as I can. I drive in, pick up the arm, switch, I'm here. It's a squeeze, my hand doesn't go here. So as I'm squeezing, Declan rescues his arm. It's pretty tight. Yeah. So think about it this way, Declan's arm is bent. I can't arm bar it. Backstroke, stretch, and oh shit. And the arm bar. Yeah. Let's take him out of the equation so you guys can rest together. Yeah? Okay. Oh, okay. So number one, grip and turn. As I try and move or elbow, slide, take the elbow away from the body, switch, come through, squeeze. Control the hips, lean backwards, step over, and the arm bar's pretty tight. One more time. So, control, turn my head. Now, as he pushes on, just redirecting the elbow. So, see how I'm taking it away from the body? So I have the inside position, switch, in. Right, so here, it's more like I'm corkscrewing my elbow. I'm not just squeezing, because if I just squeeze, there's no tension on the back of the arm. So I'm going to corkscrew. You feel the difference on that? So not just here, superior, and the others go, I just pull my arm out. So corkscrew, the downfall of bars, my body stays the wrong way. Backstroke, step. To make this work from here, what I see people do is they lay down to the arm bar. I've just taken all my weight off my partner, right? So he can sit up and attack me, yeah, like, so what I do is I tension the head. Are you okay there, Declan?
Yeah, yeah.
I tension the head by pulling the head in, and now I raise my hips. So by tensioning the head, it makes it harder for him to bridge and move, because I've torqued the spine. It takes his power out of the ability to bridge. And again, so from here, palm to palm, head away, wait for them to move, walk away, switch, squeeze, 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 corkscrew, control the hips. Step, kick the back of the head from here, now drive my body forward. How'd that feel? Yeah. Did you want to set that? Are you okay? No. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Paul, this is a really interesting point of view, and when I started to teach this, it was something that a lot of people didn't understand. And I want to explain, so let's just say hypothetically, we've got the inside position. And so she's got the inside position, and I'm trying to attack. But for whatever reason, like I can't separate the arms. So I want to do what we call a spear. My right elbow goes backwards, I spear through, and I drive. Is that okay, your wrist? Yeah. To here, squeeze. Now, I know I can bring my foot over her head and get to the armbar position from here. But I'm flexible enough just to put it here. The downfall about it is that the elbows and the arms bent. So even if I get to this position, the elbow, and at some stage I have to extend. The downfall, of course I'm compromised, the only way I can extend is backwards, which gives her space. So what I start seeing is people get to this position and they try and shortcut the system. The arm's not straight and I lose my secondary, which we'll cover in a second. So for me to take my leg over the head without kicking her in the face, there's two ways of doing this. Two majors. The first one is that I'll grab my own foot and I'll lift it over and bring it over, but I'll lose control of the arm. The second way is that I'm going to start to do what we call a backstroke, and this will do two things. It keeps my weight on my partner and extends, plus I have the ability to step. So I control the hips. I now step. So by doing this, I roll my partner, so they can't hip escape because I'm on the hip line. Does that make sense? So that's the most common thing that they're going to do. Right, so as I go here, she moves, I'll just get a bit now. As she starts to move her head, of course I'll re-kick the head back in. To complete the arm bar, right, I don't sit backwards because I'm taking the pressure off the arm. To complete the arm bar, I just simply, you okay there, Angela? Yeah. I simply start to go belly down to complete the arm bar. So a lot of time that I see people do this, they get to the position, so we'll go through the, we call it the spear attack. So Angela, and I'm trying to get through, I'm like, man, so spear attack, elbow through from here. Backstroke, turn hips, extend. So I'm kind of like trying to push my hips onto her hips, kick it over, kick the head to torque it, and now I just start to rotate, corkscrew, and that's going to put the arm bar on. the beautiful thing about it is this, right, for me, is if Angela escapes the arm, so she pushes the leg up the head to escape the arm, it puts me in the most beautiful Kimura position. So as far as the secondary attack goes, I've isolated the arms, the elbows raised for me to defend it, and I'm in the best position ever to take multiple attacks. So if we go back to the first one, where we're here, and I turn my head to the side, as she pushes, I drive on the inside position, switch my hips, kick my leg through, so my leg's under, so if Angela does try to roll towards me, my leg's in the way. Does that make, that's what I was saying to you about that leg. So she tries to roll towards my legs, don't have your leg here, because she can stick the shoulder to the ground. So kick the leg here, pinch, backstroke, step, and now I know it's pretty much on already, so I'm being super nice. I'll let it go a little bit. Here, torque the head, roll belly down. Come back, take the arm and have a look at the shoulder lock or the elbow lock with the Kimura. Okay, is everyone okay to have a quick shot? Who'd like to see it one more time? Thank you. Okay. Chest to chest. Number one, anytime my head's on the front side of the elbow, she can manipulate me. So I turn my head here. As she raises, I'll create space, come on the inside position. Pick up the arm, lift it up, replace the space with my leg. Sit, pinch, control the hips, step over, foot goes in. Turn belly down, backstroke from here. Grab, control, get rid of it, and here. Okay, so you're going to have a really nice attack system for both the armbar and the Kimura. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cover this. This is a really interesting concept. Big ball, onto your back. And when I first started doing this, I'll go through the Kimura or the figure 4, the hammer lock, or the America, whatever you want to call it. So what I started to see was, people go through, swing from here, backstroke, step over, boom, get the Kimura here. Okay, so one of the things I see people do is they believe that they have to put the wrist onto the ground to get the Kimura. So what I see people start to do is they go, aha, and as I put the weight on, Paul pushes my armpit and I lose the whole position and he can come up on top. Right, so it's the biggest misconception about that, I've got to put the hand down, I've got to roll. So when I get to this position here, right, I'm going to start to rev. So both of my hands, I try and take my fingers into my palms. I don't have to move the arm. So once I'm in this position here, I start now simultaneously, I'm revving, so I just rev them down. I don't have to move. So by the time I get this position, people are going to try and punch their hand out. If I have a weak C grip, he's going to be able to extend his hand to punch out. So if you think about it this way, the C grip here is a weak mechanic. So I'm trying to change my C grip so the C grip is facing in, so that if he does try to extend the arm, it's going in, like the only way I can put it in is in. So all I'm trying to do is change my C grips, the C grip, so my C grip's now holding this way, not that way. So from here, as soon as I get this, I roll my top hand in. And I know it's pretty tight. Secondly, I'll put a little bit of pressure by rolling, you okay there, Paul?
Yeah.
By rolling, take down. Yeah, so it's a different, it's like a crusher, like it's kind of on the forearm and the bicep, but it actually will attack the elbow. So one of the biggest things I see that people get to this and they go, ha, and then it's like, man, and I'll lose everything. So once you've got to this grip position on the Kimura, it's first the C grip on the wrist must be adapted. So now, if he does try to extend the arm, okay. Secondly, I won't. Okay, so I go the inside hand, I guess, second hand, not my third hand, starts to cycle down. The next thing is my partner's generally going to go, shit, I'm in a Kimura, and he'll bring the hand over like Paul said to try and get the Kimura, step through, and I'm back in the armbar position, get cycle play. The beautiful thing about this one is I can actually just do the armbar from here. I don't have to step all the way over. Sorry, Paul. Okay, so this one's, because the arm's at full extension, I can actually just do the armbar. I don't even have to take the leg up. It's going to come on anyway. Okay, so we start from this position here, and what we're going to do is the C grip. First things first is I bring my hand, so I don't take out, is I bring this hand in to lock it up. So this hand comes in, I don't push it down because I've given him a huge window of opportunity. So 1, 2, C grip 1, C grip 2. As he starts to bring the hand over, like to rescue, okay, take the inside position, okay, shin in, and then start to armbar. You have the option to keep the Kimura as well, armbar, because I'm good like that. How about feel?
Awesome.
Okay. Jump on your back, please, sir. Go head face that way. The downfall about being a smaller guy, the good thing about the jiu-jitsu is that you always have a variety of people and things like that as well to attack. And there's always an element of variation that we need to deal with. So if I was against Alan and I got top view, there's no way I would try and push Alan's hand to the ground on that side because he'll simply barrel roll me over. In fact, he probably will almost do this, so I go, ha ha, so he can actually just push me and roll me over. Like that would be a really good tactic on your part. So once I'm here, I punch my hand through to here. Now, I understand that Alan's very strong. If I keep the grip that I have now, he'll simply extend the arm. First things first, I roll my C grip down. Sorry, Alan, you okay? So C grip down. Now, if Alan extends his arm, even though he's stronger than me, I've got the ability to hold it. Second one, my second hand starts to roll, and I get the submission without having to compromising a lot of my space and my balance. So even if I do get the top here, and and I am here, I will still do the same. So you're really tight there. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can feel how tense you are. Like a wigwam and a teepee, 2 tense. Okay, so rev down and rev down. Okay, let's go, guys.
Now everybody knows what.
Here. Right. The more that I rev and the more I push this down, the less it comes on. The more I rev and the more I pull it in, the more it comes on. Don't push it down. Because the thing I say is I'm extending the arm and I'm giving him the inside position again. So I'm going to go 1, 2, rev, and I'm trying to make his thumb touch the top of his shoulder. Rev 1, rev 2, try and make his thumb touch the top of his shoulder. I am not pushing it to the ground. The inside I push it to the ground, I've exposed the inside position again. So take the space away and finish the Kimura. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the same deal again is that like I've got my position from here. I take my head to the back side from here and I switch through. But my partner's got really long arms, already good frame. So they're kind of keeping me behind the frame system and their right hand's onto my hip. So like I'm having trouble picking up the arm. So what I'm gonna do from here is I go to the end of the lever and I just grip the grip here. Remember, right, is that if I keep my head towards the elbow, it's harder for him to move. Once my head comes here, you can always move my body. So I still try and keep my head closer to the elbow. This is the hardest thing, is backstroke, pick it up. Okay, so backstroke, pick it up, slide my knee, step over and armbar. So the armbar is quite a good armbar, and this one they've got long frames, or it might be the fact that I've passed the guard, and you know that time you pass the guard and they've got and you're trying to get the head control, like, man, I can't get the head control. So here, here, backstroke, pick it up, and the armbar's on. The beautiful thing about it is most people are going to try and defend the armbar. So as they try and defend the armbar, okay, kick it, and we're in a beautiful wrist lock and Kimura because the arm's in the position if I can't get it. You should be able to get the armbar, or the inside position armbar. So it'd be kind of like, I'm passing Paulie's guard and get to that, you know, like they're stupid. So this is where I'm trying to fight, okay? So pick it up, block the hip, knee slice on the inside, step over, control the hip. I know that's on pretty tight, so then I can come off and I can go straight to rolling it and get my Kimura as well. The armbar is the main focus because if I get the armbar, even though they get out, I've got the guard pass. Right? So it'll be off passing, and I'm having trouble passing, so I'm trying to fight the frames. Pick up the bottom hand, push the hips, slide my knee to the inside position, fold the arm across the body, step over, make sure you hook the head. Don't leave it dangling, hook the head. Control, sit back. So if he starts to pull the arm, I'm like, I've missed it, but I need the points, I go here, and I'm in my position. they generally go inside, turn the hand, switch it, pick up the arm, turn, and I can go for the arm bar after I've passed the guard. So pass the guard first, one more time. So, framing, and I'm having trouble framing. I'm passing wide, control the hip, hand, step in. Right, so it's not really a knee ride, it's kind of like I'm underneath the armpit. Fold the arm across the body, step over, switch, arm bar, man, I've lost it. Leg off the head, boom, here. 1, 2, 3, guard pass. I'm on side control, so now even if he rolls me over, he doesn't get points because I've passed the guard. We have the frame, swing the head, step over, arm bar, swing, Kimura. So I've got this really nice attack combination system off the pass with long range. Change partners, 1, 2, 3. How'd that feel? So everyone's doing really good. Everyone's got the concept behind it. I just had this little part to finish off the session. So I'm passing the guard. Okay, so frame system, control the hips, here. So what I'm seeing people doing is just watch what I do. Pop, I kick and turn the body over so that this is a micro step. If my foot's on the ground, this is quite hard to do. So I throw my elbow, my body backwards, I extend my leg. So that puts a huge space. Come over and arm bar. Paul pulls his arm out, so rescues, it drops me into side control. So even if I don't get the arm bar, you're technically pulling me to side control position. So when I get this arm bar, I see people do is they're kind of here. At the moment, if he compresses the elbow, I'm not going to get the arm bar. So what I try to do is I'll throw my head backwards to kick it, and I'll pin it down this side. And you find that this is a really tight arm bar. Just a little kick over, just to put you in position. 1, 2, 3.